If there is one thing we've learned these playoffs, it is not to count these Oilers out. And last night was no different. What a game one we got. 3 different lead changes, some great goaltending, plenty of physicality, and an overtime needed to settle game 1. You couldn't have asked for a better start. And the Oilers, who were 6-1 at home coming into this one, couldn't have either, as right out of the gate, they were able to start things with a bang. Leon Draisaitl, just a minute into the game, which in itself was a pretty big deal. You may remember last year, he didn't score a single goal in that cup final, so obviously a huge deal to have him going right out the gate. And another big difference this year is Evander Kane's physicality. He was a wrecking ball out there. He had 9 hits this game and made an impact. And so did the officials early on, as the first period was penalties galore. They were calling everything. 4 penalties called within just 6 minutes of game time. And while the Oilers killed off the first one, actually got a great scoring chance out of it, freaking McJesus, it was Verhaeghe with a shot and the Cats would now get on the board. Or did they? Sam Bennett in front, falling into Skinner was enough for Edmonton to challenge it, and it was ruled that Kulak tripped him up, so it counted anyway, which meant they also got another power play, where with 19 seconds remaining, Brad Marchand, the rat, to make it 2. It's a great pass from Schmidt, and just like that, it was a 2-1 hockey game. Despite what I thought was a great period for the Oilers. I thought they were the better team in the opening 20, but Bobrovsky, forced to make some great stops, had me again thinking of last year, where I had to wonder if he was going to steal another one. Which, after a defensive breakdown in the second period by the Oilers just 2 minutes in, serving Bennett a platter where he took advantage for his second of the night, you had to think, was Bob really going to let in another 3? Well, Arvidsson just $1.17 later would rip one and cut that lead in half immediately. I thought he had a solid game, but overall this period, it was the Panthers who I thought had a great game. They outshot him 17-8, but Skinner having to make some great saves, probably his best period of the night, in what was a great back and forth hockey game. Bobrovsky also with some big ones, which gets us over to the third, where despite a Rodriguez penalty carrying over from the second not being taken advantage of, and the Panthers playing their blanket style game, clogging up the neutral zone, it took just over 6 minutes of playing time before Roger erupted. McDavid with the dirty little dish over some sticks to Ekholm, the Viking, who would tie this game up. The comeback Oilers at it again. Speaking of Ekholm, obviously the loss of Hyman was a big deal, but getting Ekholm back already has been maybe an even bigger deal. And the third period was all Edmonton. It was Bob now having to stand on his head as the Oilers outshot him 14-2 in the third, but ultimately this game would require overtime. Now, neither of these teams had lost in overtime in these playoffs, so someone's O had to go, and early, again, I thought the Panthers were definitely the stronger team, as the Oilers bent but didn't break, and we saw some huge chances go both ways. Kapanen, oh my goodness, how pretty would this have been? As the Oilers started pushing towards the end of overtime, great look, but then a puck over the glass late gave Edmonton just what they needed. And while the Panthers have had the best penalty kill of these playoffs, the Edmonton Oilers have Corey Perry, folks. What a little dish from the old man for McDavid, who would find Draisaitl, and there it is. McDry linking up for a massive game winner as the Oilers would take game 1. Come back from being down 3-1, just 3 games from the cup now, and this barn was rocking all night. Obviously, a very different start from last year's final, so we'll see how it plays out from here, but what a phenomenal game 1 this was. That'll about do it for this one, though. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you in the next one.